Archangel Michael has an urgent message about conversations happening behind your back right now. You've been feeling like people are discussing you when you're not around, and that strange energy you've been sensing? It's because you're the topic of many private conversations. These aren't casual mentions of your name. Specific people have been sharing detailed stories about you, your choices, and your personal life with others. Archangel Michael wants you to know exactly what's being said and why these conversations are happening. The divine realm is revealing this information because these discussions are actually affecting your energy field in ways you haven't realized. Your intuition about being watched or discussed has been completely accurate. Those moments when you walk into a room and feel like conversations just stopped. The sudden changes in how certain people treat you. The feeling that everyone knows something you don't. These aren't coincidences. Archangel Michael has been trying to alert you through these subtle signs, because what's happening requires divine intervention. The fact that you found this message today means you're ready to hear the truth about what people closest to you have been saying. This revelation will explain everything you've been feeling lately. Archangel Michael reveals that certain people in your family and friend circle have been gathering others to talk about your personal life in ways that go far beyond normal concern. They're not just casual conversations. They're coordinated discussions about your choices, relationships, and spiritual path. These people present themselves as concerned friends or family members who only want what's best for you, but their real motivation is jealousy of your growth and transformation. They've been planting seeds of doubt about your character in other people's minds, sharing your private information without permission, and questioning your decisions behind closed doors. Some conversations focus on spreading concerns about your changes and how you're not the same person anymore. The most concerning part is that they're trying to turn your support network against you. They share your past mistakes to illustrate their point and express worry about your influence on others, especially children. These discussions happen in group chats, phone calls, and private meetings where they position themselves as caring while undermining your autonomy. This isn't paranoia. This is spiritual intelligence about real conversations happening right now. Archangel Michael is revealing this because these coordinated efforts to influence how others see you are actually spiritual attacks disguised as concern. Your energy field has been under assault from this collective negative focus and divine intervention is necessary to protect your spiritual advancement. Now, you need to recognize the signs that prove these conversations have been happening. Think about sudden changes in how certain people treat you without any explanation. Friends or family members bringing up topics you never discussed with them directly. People knowing details about your life that you didn't share with them personally. Have you noticed feeling like you're walking into rooms where conversations just stopped? Receiving concerned messages or calls from people who don't usually contact you? Social media behavior changes where people who used to engage with your posts are now watching from a distance? Pay attention to invitations to events suddenly stopping or people becoming less available when you try to make plans. You might sense negative energy when certain groups of people are together, or feel emotionally drained after family gatherings or social events. Your children or pets may act differently around specific individuals who've been part of these conversations. Animals and children are naturally sensitive to people who've been discussing you negatively. They can feel the changed energy. Notice people asking probing questions about your personal life, relationships, or beliefs. Strange coincidences where multiple people bring up the same topics or offer similar advice about decisions you haven't discussed with anyone. The most telling sign is receiving advice about situations you never mentioned to the person giving the advice. This happens because they've already heard about your situation from others. and are responding to information they shouldn't have, Archangel Michael wants you to trust these observations. They're all evidence of the conversations happening about you. Archangel Michael is now revealing the actual content of these conversations, so you can understand what's really happening. These discussions often start with phrases like, "I'm worried about your name." "They've been acting different lately," or "Have you noticed how much they've changed?" They discuss your spiritual practices or personal growth journey with concern, questioning whether you're becoming too involved in New Age stuff or getting weird ideas. They analyze your relationships and whether you're making good choices, especially if you've ended toxic relationships or set new boundaries. There are conversations about your financial decisions or career changes, with people expressing doubt about your judgment. They speculate about your mental health or emotional state, suggesting you might be going through a crisis or not thinking clearly. Some discussions involve sharing your past, mistakes, or failures to support their current concerns about you. They compare you negatively to others in the family or friend group, saying things like, "Remember when they used to be more normal?" or "They never used to be like this." They question your influence on others, especially children, worried that your new beliefs or strange behavior might affect family dynamics. These conversations include analyzing your social media posts and reading hidden meanings into your photos or comments. Many discussions focus on whether they should intervene or talk to you directly about their concerns. They coordinate their approach to influence your decisions, planning what each person will say, and when the common thread through all these conversations is that they position themselves as caring while completely undermining your autonomy and right to grow. They share private information you trusted them with, using your vulnerabilities against you in discussions with others. Archangel Michael wants you to know these aren't expressions of love. They're attempts to control your spiritual evolution, because it threatens their comfort zones. Archangel Michael protects those on a spiritual awakening path, and he's revealing this information because these conversations are actually spiritual attacks disguised as concern. The collective negative energy from these discussions has been affecting your energy field, creating confusion, self-doubt, and emotional heaviness that you've been carrying without understanding why divine intervention is necessary, because this coordinated effort could derail your spiritual growth if left unchecked. When multiple people focus negative energy on someone simultaneously, it creates a powerful force that can block blessings, create obstacles, and interfere with divine guidance. Archangel Michael's blue light of truth is exposing these hidden conversations because you're strong enough to handle this revelation now. Understanding what's happening removes the confusion you've been feeling about changed relationships and strange energy around certain people. This knowledge is power. Now you can protect yourself energetically instead of absorbing this negative focus unconsciously. The divine realm wants you to know you're not imagining things. Your spiritual advancement threatens their comfort zones because your growth highlights their own stagnation. Archangel Michael is creating a protective barrier around you during this revelation because the truth can be painful. However, this exposure is necessary for your continued spiritual evolution. Those who truly love you will support your growth, not sabotage it through gossip and manipulation. The timing of this message is perfect. You're ready to face this truth and use it as fuel for your spiritual advancement rather than allowing it to diminish your light. Divine protection surrounds you as you process this information and decide how to respond. Archangel Michael offers specific protection methods to shield yourself from this negative energy. Begin each day with this prayer: Archangel Michael, protect me from all gossip and negative discussions about me. Surround me with your blue light. of truth and reflect all harmful energy back to its source. Create a blue light visualization around yourself before entering social situations. Imagine this protective barrier allowing love and positivity to reach you while blocking all negative energy, including conversations about you that happen when you're not present. Practice energetic cord cutting to disconnect from negative conversations about you. Before bed, visualize Archangel Michael using his sword of light to cut any energy cords connecting you to harmful discussions, gossip, or people who've been talking about you inappropriately. Trust your intuition about who feels safe to share personal information with. If someone makes you feel uncomfortable or drained, limit what you share about your personal life. Create boundaries with people who've been discussing you inappropriately by keeping conversations surface level and ending them when they become too personal. Use the mirror shield technique. Visualize a mirror of spiritual light reflecting negative energy back to its source. This prevents you from absorbing the harmful energy while sending it back to those creating it. Carry blue stones or wear blue clothing to maintain Archangel Michael's protection throughout your day. Cleanse your energy field after social interactions by imagining blue light washing over you, removing any negative energy you may have picked up. Perform sound clearing in your living space by clapping 3 times and saying, "All negative energy about me must leave this space." This removes the lingering effects of negative conversations and gossip from your environment. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that these conversations are actually revealing who truly supports your highest good and who doesn't. People showing their true colors is a gift, even when it's painful to discover. This situation is forcing you to develop stronger boundaries and self-trust, which are essential skills for your spiritual journey. Your spiritual growth is threatening their comfort zones, and their negative reaction actually confirms you're on the right path. When people try to pull you back to who you used to be, it's because your evolution challenges their own stagnation. This resistance is a sign that you're breaking free from limiting patterns and relationships. Archangel Michael is using this challenge to strengthen your spiritual immunity. Just as physical immune systems get stronger after fighting off infections, your spiritual immune system becomes more resistant to negative influences after surviving coordinated attacks like this. The people who truly love you will support your growth, not sabotage it through gossip and manipulation. This experience is teaching you to trust your inner guidance over external opinions, which is crucial for your spiritual development. Your authentic self is emerging, and that intimidates people who prefer the old, smaller version of you. This is preparation for the larger spiritual mission you're meant to fulfill. Every spiritual teacher faces this type of resistance during their awakening. This challenge is actually accelerating your spiritual maturity. You're learning to maintain your center regardless of what others say or think about you. This inner strength will serve you throughout your spiritual journey and in helping others who face similar challenges. Archangel Michael provides guidance on how to handle future interactions with people who've been discussing you. The key is maintaining your peace while protecting your energy. Don't confront them directly about the conversations. This often creates more drama and gives them more to talk about. Instead, trust your intuition about who deserves access to your personal information. Keep conversations with gossips light and surface level. When they ask probing questions, redirect the conversation or simply say, "I prefer to keep that private." Set boundaries without creating unnecessary drama. If someone brings up concerns others have shared about you, respond with, "I appreciate that you care, but I'm comfortable with my choices." Focus on your spiritual growth rather than defending yourself to people who aren't genuinely interested in understanding you. Create a support network of people who genuinely celebrate your evolution and can be trusted with your personal information. Use this experience to develop compassion for those who feel threatened by growth. Their gossip often comes from their own insecurity and fear of change. However, compassion doesn't mean allowing them to drain your energy or influence your decisions. Maintain your peace regardless of what others say or think. Your worth isn't determined by their opinions, and your spiritual path doesn't require their approval. Stay focused on your divine purpose while protecting your energy from their negative influence. Archangel Michael is revealing this truth now, because you're ready to handle this information and use it for your spiritual advancement. The timing of this message is perfect for your protection and continued growth. These conversations have been affecting your energy field, and divine intervention was necessary to help you understand what's been happening. Take immediate action to implement these protection practices. Begin using the daily prayer visualization techniques and boundary setting strategies today. Trust that this revelation serves your highest good, even though it may be painful to process. Show your appreciation for this divine guidance by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens your connection to angelic protection and helps maintain the spiritual shield around you during this challenging time. Your willingness to face this truth shows your spiritual maturity and readiness for the next level of your journey. Archangel Michael continues to watch over you as you navigate these relationships with wisdom and discernment. Divine protection surrounds you now and always.